It's the final week of the high school baseball season across Bergen County, and the boys are doing their best to remain focused as distractions are the order of the day this time of year. The headlines recounting the world events remain ominous, and the seniors are preoccupied with graduation jitters and post-education planning. For some, that might mean college, but for most it will mean entering the workforce or perhaps going into the military. For a very few, there is the opportunity to continue playing a boys' game at the next level, and getting noticed by the scouts on the big stage of a championship game will certainly be on the mind of Jim Sloan as he prepares for two such chances this week. It's also on the mind of the two hurlers who have challenged Sloan for the title of the league's best hurler this season. Steve Biankowski of Englewood and Danny Dawson of Hackensack have both turned in stellar seasons and are set to face off in a crucial contest for Hackensack to keep its hopes alive for an outright league crown. The game is a rematch of a 7-1 victory by the Comets back in May, when Biankowski turned in his most disappointing outing of the season. Last year's all-county pitcher on the 1938 league championship team has been brilliant since, even beating Jim Sloan in a duel of pitching titans. He will need a similar performance to beat Dawson today, as the Maroon Nine can only play spoiler to the Comets' dream of a crown they feel was taken from them last year by the ruling that one of their players was ineligible and they were stripped of 5 league victories. This time around, the matchup lived up to the pregame hype. In the Maroons' final contest of the season and Biankowski's last game of his high school career, they played spoiler once again in a 2-1 thriller. The ace scattered 7 hits, walked only 1, and struck out 5 to record his 9th victory in 11 starts and allow the Maroon to finish over 500 at 10-9 after such a disappointing start to the season. His only challenge came in the 4th, when with 2 out and the bases loaded, Biankowski struck out Dawson to end the threat. For his part, Dawson fanned 7 and walked 3, but was in constant trouble as Englewood stranded 11 runners on the day. Dawson will be asked to go again in the season finale against Teaneck, where the showdown with Big Jim Sloan will be the Comets' chance to share the title. As for Teaneck, its dreams of a dual championship also took a hit as they fell to Garfield 14-5. Knapp sent Sloan to start the game, but after 4 innings and the Teaneck Nine down 3-1, Knapp decided to pull his ace and rest him for the final contest with the Comets. The Garfield Nine immediately feasted on the flingers sent in relief, touching Ray Mersch for 5 runs in the 5th and 2 more in the 7th before walloping Warren Sheets for 4 more in the 8th. Teaneck actually out-hit the Boilermakers by banging out 15 hits, but sloppy base running and fancy fielding by Garfield kept them off the board in a big way. With only 1 contest remaining on the schedule, the stage was now set for the showdown that seemed inevitable since the rainout back in early May. Hackensack would travel to Teaneck on Wednesday, June 7, 1939, to play the Highwaymen and decide who would wear the NNJIL crown. Teaneck is projected as a slight favorite over Hackensack, as Jim Sloan should be well rested after only going 4 innings in the Tri-County tournament loss to Garfield, while Comet ace Danny Dawson has lost marathon efforts in 2 of his last 3 starts. The meeting will climax one of the most exciting races in league history, and the hitting of Hackensack's Benny Keeling and Teaneck's Johnny Thompson should help decide the day, as both shortstops are hitting near the 500 mark.